Williams, well, come in.
Sorry to wake you up so early, sir, but seeing as how you told me to come here to your house, if anything...
No, don't apologize. What is it?
Well, about 2 hours ago, I'm on the corner of Thornton Square when suddenly there he is, popping up out of the fog. Our friend, Mr. Anton. I can't figure it out, sir. The way he disappears and then reappears. Every night.
Well, don't let it amaze you any longer, Williams.
Sir?
He never leaves Thornton Square. We only thought he did. Number 5 is an empty house. He turns at the corner of Thornton Square, comes back to number 5 through the alley, goes to the roof, crosses to his own house, and goes in through the attic.
But why would a man want...
Never mind now. What happened last night?
Well, I tell you, that man's been up to something. Clothes untidy, cravat all on one side, dirt and dust all over him, even on his face.
Had he been in a fight?
No, more like he'd been digging in a cellar or something.
Oh, sit down, Williams. I'll stir up some breakfast.
Oh, I've had my breakfast, sir. In the kitchen at number 9, as a matter of fact.
Oh? How's Nancy?
It seems the master's told her mistress might be going away for a long time.
For a long time?
What do you think that means?
It means I've got to get into that house tonight.
But Nancy says he's told her not to let her mistress see anyone.
Then you'll have to see to it that Nancy isn't home tonight either.
Any little thing I can do for the yard, sir. But how do you know the lady herself will see you?
I don't know. Wait. There is a way. Yes, I'm sure she'll see me, Williams.
Go away. I can't see anyone. I'm ill. Elizabeth, stop him.
I must see you, Mrs. Anton.
I couldn't stop him, ma'am. He pushed his way right in.
Mrs. Anton, my name is Brian Cameron.
You mustn't be here. Go away.
Not until I've given you this.
A glove? It's a glove.
Years ago, Alice Alquist gave me this glove. I was a little boy, overcome with admiration. Will you trust me now?
She gave it to you. The great admirer she used to make such a mystery of. That little boy.
Mrs. Anton, are you planning to leave here?
Leave? Oh, I have nowhere to go. Unless my husband sends me away. Is that why you were here, to take me away?
Are you as frightened as all that?
I'm sorry, but I can't talk to you. I'm afraid
You're afraid you're going out of your mind? Well, I'm here to prove that you're not. Now, please. Where's your husband now? Where has he gone?
He's taken a studio where he can work at his composing. He says he can't work in this house.
Is there anyone else here now except us and Elizabeth?
No. Why?
Because the gaslight just dimmed a little.
You saw that?
Of course.
Oh, then it really happens. I thought I imagined.
It means that someone has turned a light on somewhere in this house.
No. I've thought that, too. But every night I've been all over the house, and there's never been another light turned on. Oh, at last I can tell this to someone. Every night when my husband goes out.
The gaslight goes down?
Yes.
And then what?
Then I think I hear things. I watch and wait, and then later the gas goes up again.
And he returns?
Yes. Quite soon after, always quite soon.
These things you hear, what things?
Sounds, noises over my room in the attic.
What's up there?
A whole floor of trunks and furniture, her belongings, my aunt's.
Like that sound just then? Is that what you mean?
Yes, but who?
Mrs. Anton, you know, don't you? You know who's up there.
No. No, how could he be? Why?
Tell me, has he any weapons in the house?
He has a revolver.
Where is it?
There, I think he has it in his desk there.
Locked. I'll have to force it open. This letter opener will do it.
No, you mustn't. Whoever you are, you have no right to. He'll think that I... No, what shall I say to you?
You won't have to say anything. Well, a gun case without a gun. Perhaps it's a good thing I...
Oh.
What's the matter?
There, in the drawer, the brooch he gave me and the letter. I was right.
Letter?
Here, it was from someone called Sergius Bauer.
Bauer?
I found it, but my husband said I dreamed it, and now it's here.
Bauer? There was a Sergius Bauer connected with Alice Alquist, a young pianist who played for her in Prague. Let me see that letter. Handwriting. Yes. Now something else. Anything else he may have written. This note. It's addressed to Lady Dalroy.
Yes, he said he had to send Lady Dalroy an apology.
Look, the handwriting, it's identical, Mrs. Anton. Your husband and Sergius Bauer are one and the same.
He said there was no letter. He said I was going out of my mind.
You're not going out of your mind. You're slowly and systematically being driven out of your mind.
But why? Why?
Perhaps because you found this letter and knew too much. Or because then he would have control of your property, of this house, and could search in the open instead of in the dark like this.
Search? Search for what?
For the things for which Alice Alquist was murdered. Her jewels.
Well, I have her jewels.
There are jewels you didn't know she had. Famous jewels. Jewels for which he was searching that night 10 years ago.
No, you're wrong. I know him. He's my husband. I've lived in the same house with him. If that were true, then from the beginning there would have been nothing. Nothing real from the beginning.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Anton, but you must believe me. Your whole life depends upon what you're going to do now. Don't you see the way everything is... The gas. Gas is brighter again. How long has it been up?
I don't know.
You'd better go to your room, Mrs. Anton.
Why? Where are you going?
I'll wait for him outside the house. He'll cross the roof to the empty house next door. When he comes out the servant's entrance in the back, I'll be waiting for him.
What will you do?
You have nothing to worry about, Mrs. Anton. Elizabeth?
Yes, sir?
Whatever happens tonight, Elizabeth, have her welfare in mind.
Oh, you can count on me, sir. But what am I going to say to the master when he comes back?
He won't come back anymore, Elizabeth.
Paula?
Gregory,
What are you doing here, Paula?
I was lying down.
In the drawing room? Why?
I don't know.
You don't know. Do you know anything about anything you do?
Oh, you startled me. I didn't hear you come in the door.
I didn't come in the door. I came down the stairs. I've been in the attic, Paula.
The attic is boarded up. You couldn't have...
It's no longer boarded up. I have found what I've been looking for. Did you ever see jewels like these, Paula? Did you?
Jewels. Oh, jewels.
Do you know what you remind me of as you walk across the room? Like a girl walking in her sleep. But you're not asleep. You're awake. Fully awake. Or you would not have broken open my desk.
I didn't open it.
Why did you do it, Paula?
No, I didn't. It was he. He opened it.
He? What are you talking about?
A man who came to see me.
Who let him in?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, come here. Elizabeth,
Did some... Mr. Ant?
come in here, Elizabeth. Who was the man who came here while I was out?
A man? What man, sir?
Come, Elizabeth. You must have answered the door.
No one was here, sir. No one.
Elizabeth, you saw him. You opened the door yourself.
No, ma'am. I didn't see anyone at all.
But he was here. I know it. I saw him.
You see how it is, Elizabeth?
Yes, sir. I see just how it
But
is.
I couldn't have dreamed it. I couldn't have... No, did I dream? Did I really dream?
Yes, Paula. You dream all day long.
All that happened?
All that did not happen.
Oh, then it is true. My mind is going.
Haven't I told you, Paula?
Take me away now. I can't fight it anymore.
Yes, Paula, I will.
Take me away. Take me away.
And was I any part of this curious dream of yours, Mrs. Anton?
You?
Perhaps my presence may help you recall your dream.
Who the devil are you?
Only a figment of your wife's imagination.
How did you get into this house?
Down the attic stairs, Mr. Anton. The same way you did. Mrs. Anton, don't you think you'd better go to your room? You must be very tired.
Don't you think you better explain your business?
As a mere ghost existing only in your wife's mind, I could hardly be said to have any business.
Paula, go to your room.
No.
Please, Mrs. Anton.
All right, I'll go.
Those jewels, I see you found them after all, Sergius Bauer.
I'm afraid I don't know your name.
Cameron, shall I tell you my business address also?
No, I think I can guess it.
So we've both ended our search tonight. Where were the jewels?
Sold in one of her costumes. The dress she wore in the Opera Theodora. How clever she was to conceal them there. 4 priceless jewels among a lot of paste imitations.
How does it feel, Bauer, to have planned and killed and tortured for something, then to find it's all been for nothing?
For nothing? Oh, no. I don't think so. Not for nothing. Put down that gun!
Elizabeth? There was a shot, ma'am. I heard a shot. And then he ran up the stairs, the master. He ran to the attic, ma'am, and the gentleman after him. They're up there now. They're fighting. Oh, I've got to get help, ma'am. But who? Oh, Mr. Williams. The constable, Mr. Williams. I'll fetch you, ma'am. Don't worry. I'll fetch you right away.